And I will call the meeting to order of the Clayton City Council for the 4th of October. And please note that all members are present with the exception of the mayor, who is on a well-deserved vacation and will be returning shortly. And now, if everybody will please stand, we'll make a pledge of allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first item on the agenda is a consent calendar.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify support by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. All right. Next, we have some recognitions, and there is a proclamation for declaring October 2016 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I believe we have a representative that is going to be the recipient of that. Welcome. You are. Good. Well, welcome.
I've been a member of STAND against domestic.
All right, hold on.
violence.
Nobody can hear you there, so
Yeah.
he's going to come around.
Yeah, let me come around the other side there.
You can speak into the microphone. We want all your television fans.
Now you
Something I
can
didn't
tell us,
hear you.
Okay.
folks at
Okay.
home.
My name is Carol Temps. My husband Mike and I have lived in Clayton since 1974. Both our kids went to Mount Diablo Elementary, Pine Hollow. We love Clayton. We're here to stay. I've been a member of STAND since 2004, and I was told to keep it short and sweet, so I will do so. On behalf of STAND, I thank you. I thank the City of Clayton and the City Council for recognizing the importance of this issue and of STAND's work. The Center for Disease Control estimates that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men will experience domestic violence severe enough to send them to the hospital. We all play a role. We need to end this cycle. Thank you. We couldn't do it without people like City of Clayton and our ongoing support, your ongoing support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me read the proclamation that was signed by the mayor before he went on vacation. And this again is declaring October 2016 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas family violence continues to become more prevalent as a social problem due to the imbalance of power in gender and age, and whereas the problems of domestic violence are not confined to any group or groups of people, but across the entire economic, racial, and affectional preference and societal barriers, and are supported by societal indifference. And whereas the crime of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy, dignity, security, humanity, due to the systematic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control and abuse. Whereas the impact of domestic violence is wide-ranging, directly affecting women, children, and men, and society as a whole. Whereas its survivors of domestic violence themselves, who have been in the forefront of the efforts to bring peace and equality to the home. And whereas all residents of Contra Costa County should feel safe in their homes, in their schools, and their communities. And whereas STAND for Family Free of Violence helps end the cycle of family violence for 15,000 people each year in Contra Costa County, saving lives, rebuilding families, changing the future. And whereas STAND for Family Free of Violence is a multi-service agency providing 24-hour crisis line, emergency and transitional shelter, legal advocacy, children and teen programs, counseling, support groups, employment training, and batterers treatment program, and educational prevention programs. And whereas STAND for Family Free of Violence works to raise awareness through education, so individuals will become advocates and will take action to end violence in their communities. Now, therefore, Howard Geller, Mayor of the City of Clayton, on behalf of the City Council, does hereby proclaim October 2016 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month and urge my fellow citizens to actively participate in the efforts to end violence in our homes, in our schools, and in our communities. Thank you.
From your mouth to God's ear.
All right, thank you very much. Okay.
Thanks for coming down.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we will now move into the reports and begin first with the Planning Commission, but there is no meeting held, so therefore there's no commission report. Trails and Landscape, no meeting held. Also, no report. City Manager and staff.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. I just wanted to let the council know that I think you're aware that we recently did some retrofits to the Grove Park restrooms, and the event this past weekend of Oktoberfest with the chief reporting and Councilmember Hayden concurring that on Saturday it was probably the largest crowd that's ever been down at Oktoberfest. Happy to report that the park restrooms from all accounts, appeared to be working really, really well. And I was particularly pleased that Councilmember Pierce did not have to have plunger in hand and go over and be literally a public servant. So we hope that's a good harbinger of things to come, that we've figured out the solution to the high use during those events, and we'll go forward from there. That's it, Mr. Vice Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to play that role too many times.
Well, who knew, you know?
All right, City Council reports for the council liaison to regional committees, commissions, and boards, and we'll start with Councilmember Pierce.
It was a light couple of weeks. I had 2 meetings of the Contra Costa Transportation Authority, one of the Bay Area Council Economic Institute, which was actually really fascinating. It was held down at the new UCSF Medical Center in San Francisco. And we had some speakers about using megadata with disease and how that all works. And it's amazing what technology is doing these days in disease and how we can learn more. So it was a fascinating meeting, and then talking about how we can improve our economy through health and things like that. So it was a good meeting. Had a meeting of the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, and we celebrated the retirement of the Association of Bay Area Governments Executive Director, Ezra Rapport, who retired after 7 years with ABAG. That's it.
Great, thank you. Councilmember Hayden.
Well, thank you. Also had a rather light time since our last meeting. Actually, on September 21st, Julie and I did both attend the Marsh Creek Multi-Use Trail Committee meeting.
Knew I forgot something.
Held right here in Clayton, and actually had a fascinating program put on that traced the route that the trail is proposed to go all the way from Clayton to Brentwood, and got to see it from the air. Google Earth was used. A real fascinating program. We spent the bulk of the meeting talking about ensuring that all of the appropriate user groups are going to be represented and have input into this. We're looking at certainly the multi-use, equestrian, bicycle, and hiking. And there's lots of groups then that represent those various interests, and we want them involved, as well as all the landowners, both state and private. So we know it's a long-term effort, but you have to get started, and we've done that. So next up then was on September 24th and 25th, helped manage the first annual Skip Ibsen Memorial Bocce Tournament right here in Clayton at our Bocce Park downtown, that was built with a combination really of joint partnership between the Ibsen family and the CBCA, the Clayton Business and Community Association. A real successful 2-day event in honor of Skip, and we raised money that will be donated then to a charitable cause, and we're still working with the Ibsen family to determine what that will be. Next up, on September 29th, went to the monthly CBCA meeting up at Oakhurst, where we get together and talk about what each of the committees have done and what's going on in Clayton. And of course, the topic of conversation focused on Oktoberfest that was a couple of days after that. And that leads me into then this past weekend, as the manager mentioned, a very successful Oktoberfest held on Saturday and Sunday, with Saturday probably the largest crowd we've had. Relatively minor issues were dealt with. And Sunday, still a real good crowd on Sunday as well. We had a few sprinkles, but the crowd was not to be chased away. They stayed there, and so the two-day event was very, very successful. So thank you.
Thank you, Keith.
That's your report.
Thank you, sir. All right, I had a few things. Starting on the 21st of September, I was invited to view the new BART train out at their maintenance yard. That train is going to be very successful. It's only going to run initially from the Antioch station into Pittsburgh, but it is so much better equipped than the current train cars that has on the line. Then on the 22nd, I attended the Contra Costa County reception by the the Contra Costa Association of Realtors. And then on the that same night, we went over to the East Bay Division meeting, where we had a very interesting presentation on the history of things in the state legislature, including during a period of time when Jesse Unruh was the Speaker of the Assembly, or tried to become the Speaker of the Assembly and could not. And what he did do is he got his colleagues to create a judgeship, so the speaker would resign and go take the judgeship, so then he could elevate into the speaker's role. But it was fascinating listening to all the other tales of what was going on in Sacramento during that era. On the 23rd, I went out to Vacaville to the headquarters of Travis Credit Union, who has a local office here in Clayton, but they received an award for their plan or their program to assist low-income people in finding better ways to save money and to invest their money. And they had a flag-raising ceremony regarding that. And I too attended over the weekend the Skip Dipson bocce tournament. Then the CBCA general membership meeting. Let's see. Then we went to the Oktoberfest as well. Then last night I attended a very interesting meeting here. This hall was completely filled. They had overflow people. The Library Foundation and the League of Women Voters put on a several-hour presentation on all of the propositions that we will have to be voting on this November, and it was going through them was a very interesting task. But I really applaud both the Library Foundation and the League of Women Voters for putting that on. It was a very, very interesting and, again, well-attended meeting. All right, we do have members of the City Council candidates who are seeking election on November 8th. And I see that out in the audience, we have Alan Lampo, and you have a few minutes to give us a little update on what's going on.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me back. It's an honor to be here. I have lived in Clayton, our beautiful community, for 20 years. In that time, I have raised 2 children, sent them to UC Riverside and UCLA, been on the board of the Dana Ridge Homeowner Association for 10 years, been an announcer for the Dana Hills swim team, and an assistant Boy Scout leader for Clayton's Troop 444. I have always been in leadership, starting back in high school, student body president at Los Lomas and captain of the water polo. At Cal Berkeley, where I studied chemical engineering, I was an officer in my fraternity multiple times. While I worked for John Hancock, I wrote the financial section for the Clayton Pioneer, and I feel that will also help me understand the city finances a little better as well, being a financial advisor. I have been GM of Big 5 Sporting Goods, and ran multiple restaurants and nightclubs, including Abernathy's of Walnut Creek, where I hired top bands such as The Fundamentals, Tower of Power, Johnny Gunn, even Starship with Mickey Thomas, and Train. This experience and my connections should help greatly with our concerts in the park, which have been wonderful. What it comes down to is that I love our quiet little town, and I would love to do more to support it. I believe that my hard-working attitude, hard drive to get things done, and in a quick, organized fashion, and my ability to organize and work with others by leading by example are just a few traits that I bring to the table. Thank you for this opportunity to serve the people of Clayton.
Thank you. Also, I noticed that you were at that meeting as well last night, so
Yes,
very interested in some of those propositions that are coming down the line.
Well, it was so informative, and also finding out who was supporting, who was against, who put in money, and just to really understand what each thing meant. Because
Right.
sometimes when you read a proposition or whatever, you don't understand what it really comes down to.
Thank you. Councilmember Pierce.
I would just comment that I was unable to attend the function last night, but I did go on to the League of Women Voters website and for Contra Costa County, and they have a single page front and back sheet that you can print out with. It's basically a crib sheet of everything that they are covering. So that was very helpful. Thank you, Jim. As many of you know, I am a longtime member of the Clayton City Council, have served 5 times as mayor. I'm a member of the Clayton Business and Community Association and have indeed have run the Art and Wine Vendor Breakfast since 1995. The only one who's run the Art and Wine Vendor Breakfast, all 21 years. You'd think I'd learn. I am the co-chair of the annual 4th of July parade, the work hard on the concerts in the Grove, an organizer for that, and you see me out there every time with my little water jug along with Howard or whoever else we can coerce into helping us collect on the council. I serve on the Clayton Historic Society board, serving as secretary and as one of the co-chairs for many of the activities, including some of their garden and Christmas tours. And I have been actively involved in the planning of the Clayton Community Park, the Clayton Community Gym, the Grove Park, the Oakhurst subdivision, and helped write the town center specific plan, and helped raise money for this fine establishment right here, the Clayton Library. In addition to that, I represent Clayton on the regional level and try to look out for small town interests for us and bring all that information back here. So making sure our small town stays the way it is. Thank you.
Thank you. I too am seeking re-election to the City Council, having served nearly 4 years, and it's been a pleasure and an honor to represent the citizens of Clayton on this council. A longtime members, over 37 years in Clayton, have been extremely involved in many local things, including when I first joined the police department and rose to become the commander for the Reserve Division, retiring that in 1989, then went on to the Planning Commission, served a tour of duty on that, became involved with the Clayton Business and Community Association and worked on a number of their events, including the Art and Wine Festival, where I handle the entertainment and security portion of that. The Oktoberfest, which we just had this weekend, worked on those and have provided the transportation for our handicapped individuals and attendees to that. Very rewarding. Most of them are extremely pleased that we offer that service, and it provides them with the ability to park their car in the handicap zone and then being transported to the event. Worked on the concerts in the Grove, both Saturday night and Wednesday night. Have really enjoyed that. And I will say this, back to the Art and Wine Festival and the work that Councilmember Pierce does on those breakfasts. Those were always a great thing. I always remember back when we had the football team and they came in there, they were like, they just dove into that and we had to back them off for a little bit, but they were very helpful in helping take care of a lot of the activities there. Looking forward to a very positive campaign and again, seeking re-election and looking forward to the support from the community. Thank you. All right, we now move to item number 6, which is public comment for non-agenda items. And I don't have any cards for that, so I'm assuming that there are no people that want to speak to non-agenda items, so we'll close that issue. We have no public hearings. We then move into item 8, which is the action item portion of the agenda. And the first one, item A, is to consider the second reading and adoption of a proposed ordinance number 468, which adjusts the monthly compensation for elected members of the Clayton City Council to become effective December 8th, 2016. Our wonderful city clerk.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Diaz and council members. This evening it is just recommended that the City Council consider ordinance number 468 for second reading and adoption, and then take the following actions. One is a motion to have a second reading of the ordinance number 468 by title number only and waive further reading, and on conclusion of the city clerk's reading, take a second motion to adopt ordinance number 468, revising the monthly compensation for city council members by amending the Clayton Municipal Code section 2.05.010. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. And I will open it up for any public input on that and comment to this item. Seeing none, we will close the item and bring it back to the council for action.
Okay, then I would like to waive further reading for the ordinance that's being proposed as 468, and have the city clerk then read by title, which I believe she has done, and number only. And then following that reading, approve a motion then to adopt the ordinance of 468 as proposed.
Second.
It's been moved and second to waive further reading, but by number and title only.
Ordinance number...
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
All right. Ordinance number 468, an ordinance revising the monthly compensation for city council members by amending the Clayton Municipal Code section 2.05.010.
Okay.
I will then move that we adopt the ordinance 468 as proposed.
Second.
And it's moved and seconded to adopt adopt ordinance number 468. And any further discussion from the council? Hearing none. All those signify support by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? None. So ordered. Item B, City Council discussion to determine the preferred date of its annual joint special meeting with the Board of Trustees of the Mount Diablo Unified School District from among the Monday dates offered by the district, and identify any potential city initiated agenda topics. The City Council is going to have to decide that.
Well, in the past, we have pretty much scheduled those meetings for February, and I did see that they do have February 6th, the first Monday available. So I'd move that be our first choice, and then as a backup, offer a second choice of March 6th.
Second.
Moved and seconded to establish the meeting dates as potentially first choice, February 1st, and
Sixth.
second choice, March 2nd.
February 6th,
Oh, February 6th, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. And then March 2nd, correct?
March 6th as well.
March 6th as well.
You want to do over? We could just reverse the tape.
Okay.
Those are the 2 months of the match, remember?
All right. So, been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Public comment.
Oh, and a public comment first. Seeing none, we'll close public comment and bring it back now that we have a motion. And
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, that's so ordered as well. So we'll find out from them. Yes, sir.
Vice Mayor, they also asked if we had any items for discussion. I actually thought the list we had at our last meeting was an excellent list, and most of them I thought would be very helpful to get an update or status on the progress that's been made. They were actually some of them were to report back to us after some research and discussion. So I'd like to follow up those issues at the next meeting.
All right, very good. We'll do that. Any other items? Yes, sir.
Just to let you know, Mr. Vice Mayor and council members, the process from here is we'll contact the school district, confirm a date, and then 2 to 4 weeks out from that date, we'll ask you to actually set and call that meeting, and it'll be at that time which you will finally set the agenda items. But in the tentative agenda for that meeting that we provide to you, we will include each of those items that Councilmember Hayden has referred to, and then you can add on or delete from there.
Great. Thank you. Anything else? All right, we'll move on to item 9. This is council items for future agenda. Anything on your mind that you wish to bring up? Hearing none, we close that. Closed session, we have none. We then adjourn the meeting of the City Council to our next meeting, which will be October 18th, 2016. And at this time, we will turn the gavel over to Chairman Hayden for the Oakhurst Geological Hazard Abatement District meeting.
All right, following up then quickly, I will call to order then the meeting of October 4th for the Oakhurst Geological Hazard Abatement District. Show that all members of the council are present with the exception of Mayor Geller. Next session would be public comments, if anyone in the audience has any issues they'd like to address. Seeing none, go to the consent calendar. The consent calendar does consist of...
Move approval.
Second.
I was just going to remind everyone, there's an informational piece in there and the minutes of our last meeting. So sounds like both of those are included then in this consent calendar, and we have a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing, none. Action items, none. Board items, any ideas for future board meetings? Seeing none, then we will adjourn this evening's meeting of the Oakhurst Geological Hazard Abatement District.
Excellent. We are concluded. Thank you all.
All right.